Oh, hello again. Yes, twice in 2 weeks with excellent internet. It's only ever happens when I'm streaming recently, so maybe that's a sign of things that need to change. So apologies for that. I'm not exactly sure how much was lost. Anyway, we'll carry on, taking the Azov to the sawmill. Then we'll take a quicker journey back. Is this the route? Is this the path? No, maybe not. No, I'm not getting over those rocks. When the internet goes down. But that's the problem. These days, everything relies on the internet. Even a lot of games where it's, oh, you need to be connected to the internet. Why? It doesn't make sense. I think Origins and Epic are terrible for it. It's very hard to play offline. Where, you know, Steam, you can set it to offline mode and it's absolutely fine. But Origin and Epic, just a pain in the ass for trying to play offline. That's why I bought Satisfactory on Steam. After I'd already had it on Epic, just because it was easier. 5 and 8. Right, it shouldn't take long to get to this sawmill. I shouldn't have thought. I'm going down this hill a bit too quickly. There we go. Downloaded Disney films to a tablet and play them in the car offline, and they didn't work. Oh, I'm surprised at that because I put stuff on my phone and it works. Sometimes it expires, like it can only be on my phone for a certain amount of time, even though I pay for the service. But it's weird stuff. It's like, no, you must be connected to the internet. There are places that don't have access. Are you trying the oh wow. Oh, that is bad then. That is a free GMC. Yeah, just rock up to it and it's yours. Thank you for everybody that has come back for the resume. Oh, I'm gonna have trouble turning around here with the trailer. Alright, back to Albany River. We'll grab the other 2 logs. Yeah, because at the minute, no access to that loading bay. So we need to supply them with burnt rubbish wood in order for them to, you know, sort some wood out. We'll take the shorter route this time so we don't have to go through all the back country. Whoops. I haven't quite got used to driving this thing again. Yes, I don't know. I don't actually know how much of Fuad's question you heard my answer to before everything died. Was it not overwhelming to decide what career you wanted to pursue? No, not really. Originally, in my 3rd year, I took economic geology. I wanted to head to Australia for mine prospecting, that sort of thing. Well, because there's a lot of coal mining there. But it was a couple of months after I'd finished, the mining industry in Australia collapsed. So I did not go and do that. And I was told by some of the people I met from where I used to work, they had come from Australia post, you know, having worked there during the collapse of the mining industry, and they said, yeah, while it was good at the time, once it all went belly up, yeah, it was pretty rubbish because they had nothing to do, so they were effectively just laid off. But I mean, I think growing up, I've had several jobs that I wanted to do. Everything from being a truck driver, because that's what my dad does, to I think my ultimate job would be like planetary geologist. So I'd look at the geology of other planets. You know, Earth. We know most of the things about Earth already. Those railings are on the wrong side of those posts. Asking these questions is a part of my life now. I thought that's what might be the case. You no idea what you want to do. Short on time to decide. I mean, you could always take, if it's subjects you're thinking of. Hey, Steve, you could look at subjects that are a bit more generic. You know, something like IT, where it's used everywhere. It's used every day. It's a useful stepping stone. Oh, can I go down there? I think I will want to actually. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, so some subjects that are a bit more generic and widespread in terms of applicability, you know, like IT or maths. Although higher level maths, from what I hear, is pretty difficult. But that way it gives you a bit more time to think about what you might want to do. I mean, I did take a bit of a gamble with the job. I mean, at the time, I just needed a job, which is how I ended up. But, you know, I then liked it, so it was kind of a happy accident. I wouldn't call engineering generic, because there's lots of different types of engineering, but 25 years IT, great base to branch out from. Yeah, that's the thing with the modern world, you know, becoming more and more reliant on technology. IT is a great is a great background skill. IT is the last thing you brought up. Well, fair enough. Hey, Fabian. Hope you're having a good day. All right, let's get back. We'll grab these other two burnt logs. We're taking a shorter route as the other gateway is opened. Yeah, I did the contract to open up the other gateway off screen because there was nothing special about it or anything. Just had to go a long way around to deliver the gear. I was gonna say, oh really? Oh. Where is this? I don't remember roughly where this road goes. What are the chances that you want to be a teacher? Because, well, an interesting bit of info is, so in the last couple of years, I've gone to friends' weddings, and some of the people that have been there as guests have been people from some of my classes from university. And it's interesting to hear them talk about you know, they spent all these years studying a subject. And like, oh, you know, so what do you do? And for the jobs, it couldn't be further from what they studied. Like, a guy I know he focused mainly on geography, and now he works with a company that works on IT systems for the National Health Service. No idea how he got into that, but it does not use, there's no part of his degree that would have been relevant to that. So even if you pick a subject for further education, you might not even use it in later life. Which is mad, considering a degree is very expensive. Because that's, you know, our government way back just said that, oh, everybody should go to university. Most of the people are usually deluded by how engineering is portrayed. Yeah, if there's nowhere for them to go, if they don't stand out, then yeah, you can end up sort of stuck. I think some people, when it comes to sort of higher educations, at the time, they may just pick something that interests them. I've got friends that they're engineers in that they're civil engineers. They're, you know, they engineer the ground rather than, say, mechanical engineer or something like that. So there's, I think the term engineer is probably the most generic, one of the most generic descriptors for a job. How do I get back to this wood place? I keep going this way till about there. Here in the States, unless you're a doctor, lawyer, or something that ends in ologist, most degrees don't pay. Okay. Oh. I guess, unless maybe if you did like business management, something like that, or a BA. Well, today though, you don't need to necessarily be good at like mental maths for things like that, because calculators and Excel and dedicated programs do all the calculations for you. BA is what you're considering. Well, I suppose well, assuming we're meaning the same thing. So BA for me is Bachelor of Arts. Whereas what I studied was Bachelor of Science, because geology is a science. Got different things to look at. This is not a good way into this area. Okay, let's get out of this. I think I took a left just a touch too soon. Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure if it was gonna have the same meaning. You never know. No, not down. Not. I want the front of that to connect to there. Yep. is quite narrow in here for the use of a trailer. I'm just going to grab some fuel. Luckily, these are endless. You can have as many burnt logs as you want. But if you spill them, it's tough doodles. Somebody's left their... God, I cannot get around this corner. He's left their silly pickup truck in the way. Someone told me there's no point thinking about a degree now unless I know exactly. So are you going to... So you're prepping to go to college then? At the minute, like beyond a high school education. Is that what you're looking at, or are you looking at university? Unbreakable trees. These are so stupid. These trees that don't break. I'll move around and stop you, but you just look. Shouldn't derail me. Great. I'm now pinned in by the damn thing. The dolly wheel is twisted. No. Oh, now the trailer. Oh, the fucking trailer's stuck. We must already figure out what subjects. Sure. I mean, ours isn't too dissimilar from that. You can't do one thing and not prep for a different subject in the future. Like, I can't just do, say, like art and design, and then decide that I want to do biology later. I mean, doing things... No, I don't want to go this way. I'll use this area to turn around. I'm not actually going this way. I mean, all I can say really is go for stuff that interests you. Even if it's only a little bit. Narrow down what subjects you find interesting, or it might be useful in later life, and just go for that. With I mean, I could be wrong on this, but with the BA, it's less, they're less stringent on what your specific entry subjects are, just more concerned with the grades. I mean, even with stuff you want to advance in, even if you've already been doing that, it's more about the grades than the subject. So for, you know, where am I going? I want to go this way. History, chemistry, and art to keep options open. Yeah. No, for Bachelor of Science, to do geology, there wasn't actually a prerequisite to doing it. I could have gone into geology with having studied anything at college, because it was more based on the grades I got at college for my A levels, not the subjects themselves. That's what I'm saying. Take stuff that just interests you. Sciencey, apart from maybe if you went into like dedicated physics and chemistry. If you want to do medicine, you have to study physics, chemistry. I mean, that kind of makes sense. But I don't know what the requirements to do medicine in the UK are. Because one of the first modules for geology was an intro. So even if you'd not done it before, you were brought up to the same sort of similar level to what somebody at college had done. Right, self-employment's always an option. It's quite kind of a funny thing. You don't actually need a degree to be successful. That's not, they don't go, if you've got a degree, you don't automatically qualify to be like well paid in bits and pieces or whatever. It's not everybody wants to do it, nor should you be forced to. Right, let's get over these rocks. Not sure if it'd be particularly good. See, you don't know until you try. You never know. So I used to work for, a big company, and always thought that well, it is the safest thing to do. It's all right. I mean, I'm just driving around delivering logs. Working for a company is pretty safe because they come with like benefits and pension and regular salary and stuff. But when I lost my job, I sort of think, well, what am I going to do now? And I thought, well, what if I try going on my own? I'll try going freelance. So I'm not technically self-employed because I have a small company in my name, so I'm not self-employed, but I do work for myself. But I can hire people. That's the difference. Is that a legitimate route? Maybe not. Yeah, I'm a contractor now. So companies hire, or they contract my company, and then I represent them. So it's technicalities. But heard of Aramco? Yeah, they're yes, they're a petroleum. They're a petroleum company, right? They make they do a lot of things. They make the safety barriers in Formula One. And they have a lot of advertising in Formula One. And I think they're based in Saudi, I think. Well, that might be Petronas. Big money. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's next level. Yeah, there's a reason that a lot of the main energy companies you've heard of from Europe are so big. Such as, I mean, look at BP. Although they're now US owned. But Equinor, who used to be called Statoil before they rebranded. Ørsted, who build, they're purely wind farm and renewables now, but they were Danish oil and natural gas. They rebranded. Maybe it's because they thought they finally realized that DONG is a terrible acronym for a company name. Yeah, there's still a lot of money in oil. I've not worked in the Middle East. I have had proposal contracts come through about it, but it's normally been for work, like sort of being away for 6 weeks, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be away for that long, plus because there's travel each side of it, and it ends up coming closer to 2 months. 2 months away from home is not nice. Come on. How you get? Assuming it's about the middle of the night now. Yep, 10:30. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. What tricks should I use when going into Taimyr, Russia? Well, when you get into Taimyr, there's the Tega 6436 that's related to a small task where you've just got to repair and fix it. That's pretty close to the garage. Stuff with big tires. The Cat 745C is pretty good. Taimyr, it's got big mud tires. The Fleet Star will get you pretty far. The Fleet Star is pretty good sort of everywhere. Just if you don't have proper mud tires, just avoid the mud where possible. You know, drive on the grass. The twin steer is pretty good. Don't use, if you're going to use the twin steer in Taimyr, don't use the raised suspension. Have you ever had the opportunity to work in Russia? No. I did know somebody that did a project at sea off Russia, off the eastern coast, you know, sort of north of Japan, and it was during winter, so everything just kept freezing over. All the kit. Some days they couldn't work because all the kit was frozen solid. Do you think the twin steer is always helpful? Yeah, there's quite a lot of cargo to shift. The Paystar 5070 will be very useful too, given its mud tires and it can tow a trailer. And it's a pretty solid truck. Shame about the size of its fuel tank. I'm just basing this Cooper on whether well, I don't know if you have the DLCs or not, but a couple of the DLC trucks would be very useful. Just give it a go. Taimyr's not that bad. It's just slightly more muddy than Michigan, so it's, and there's a road that goes through all 3 maps, so it's not just, you know, driving through mud and water all the time. Oh, you've got all the DLCs. Oh my god, yeah, you've got plenty of trucks to go for then. Ease off while we drag the nose out of the ground. The Tatras, the T813 and, well, just the T813. That would be pretty good. It's got solid tires and power. Part of the Tatra pack. Depending on your level, you could buy something like this. Or you could buy the Azov 6, any of the Voron trucks. If you have if you have a high enough level. High enough rank. Right, deliver the burnt logs. Oh, is that not opened up? Weirdly, this one gives you a watchtower. Or a watch point. Don't really know what that means. See? These inconsistencies. On the map, it says watchtower. In the rewards, it says watch point. Data collection. Why not? Can I not have a look at these? No. Ah, sawmill renovation. That's the one that gives you access. Whoopsie. Service parts. That warehouse have a cabin? Sure does. Right. We are... Wait, what? Oh, there's a medium planks right there. Right, I'm going to run this to the road, and it's going to donate its fuel. We'll give the Paystar a blast. It's out on the main road. Oh, actually. Because I'm not going to use that GMC in its current state. So I'm going to take all the fuel. It's got highway tyres, so I mean, it'd be an instant recovery to the garage anyway. Buried the nose. Okay. Just wondering, I don't think... Or actually, maybe I could... Right, because so considering very little is changing in the PTS week to week, I think tomorrow, next week, as that'll be my last full week before I go away. Before I go away for work, I might finish off. So I'll do regular hard mode on Monday. And I think I'll probably do hard mode on the Friday as well, just to because ideally I want to finish it before I go. Have I got active suspension? No, because this is not my main save. This is PTS, so I don't have the same level of unlocks. So I will for the next one. Right, service spare parts and one cabin. Since you're a geologist, do I think Afghanistan could have been a hub for... I have no idea. Yeah, honestly, I've no idea. I don't know the geology of Afghanistan. When doing some research on Amor, though, I discovered that that is minerally one of the richest places on Earth for most things you can think of that would be useful. They've got so much coal there. A lot of iron, a lot of heavy metals like gold. Yeah, I agree with you, Grov. The Tega is really good for the seismic tasks. It just has the right size mick about it. Sorry, that was terrible. I assume the this up arrow is this way. Certainly hope it is. Is it? We'll do some navigating. Sure, this will go just fine. Painted my Paystar blue to match the trailer. If you could only use one scout and one truck throughout the whole game, what would they be? Well, the Tatarin, because duh. Like nothing comes close. And one truck throughout the whole game, so it has to be capable of doing everything. As of 6. As of 6 and the Tatarin would be my answer there. Come on, Paystar. See, this would be good in Tamir. Look how it did that. Because you need access to low saddle, which means that you can't use the Zix 605R because it doesn't get one. This is I've just driven off the road for no reason. Pretty sure the regular Zix 605R doesn't come with a mini crane. So those cargo recovery missions, you would need a mini crane for that. Hey Zatanna, every scout is a beast if you install mud tires on them. That is not true. The majority of the scouts, even with mud tires, are not very good because the wheels are too small and they don't have the clearance to properly react with like the way the mud physics works. The Tatarin's mud tires are in a league of their own when it comes to getting through mud. Plus it's 8-wheel drive. A lot of the scouts are on a toggle for things like that, so their usability just plummets. So getting through bits like this would take them just, well, ages. Do you think they'll drop the update early? I certainly hope they don't, because it doesn't work right now. And so no, I don't think they should drop it early. Oh my god, they've got all of it here. Sweet. Hey, bro. Can I not? I cannot move that back. All right. Oh, wait, no, it's packed. Wait, that's why I can't lift it nor move it. There you go. Pretty sure it could be March or April. I'm thinking it's going to be middle of this month. There's stuff that doesn't work, but it's not going to be another 6, well, it's not going to be another 8 weeks. It's already week 3, and stuff's normally on the PTS for 6 weeks. Right, what I'm gonna do is lift that out and then pack. It's gonna work. I'm gonna try and put these in sideways so I can get everything in the trailer. But yeah, I think the season 9 release is about 2 weeks away. Oh, that's not going to work. Right. that out. We're going to slot these in the other way around. There's not too many cabins, bro. Don't worry. Although the ingredients to make them have changed, which is a bit weird. Right. Why miss all that space from the way the game packs things when you can just turn things around and get more cargo in there? There you go. That's 6 slots of cargo in the trailer. That's pretty snug. Not saying it won't fall out. Yeah, let's go back to the road. Head this way, go back to the road. No fuss. What was it I did on the... There was that mod map that was set in an area that looked like the Grand Canyon. I got like 10 wooden planks, 10 short planks in the back of the trailer. And I drove about 100 meters and they all fell out. Also, it took forever to load them all because I had to flip them onto their side. But that looks like it should be like that anyway. If I turn the other one sideways, I could get another one in there. So I could do 5 spare parts and a cabin. This is not the road. I need to turn left. There we go. Yeah, if you're not flying around and driving over loads of bumps and stuff, doing this sort of thing with the trailer is fine. Some people have asked, like, are trailers really meta for shifting cargo? Yeah, they absolutely are. You can do stuff like this. You wouldn't do it with a regular flatbed because it'd all fall off, but sideboard bed, absolutely. Just keep the tall stuff packed down like the cabin. Just pack what you want to keep. There's a hole in the floor there. Easy peasy. So I've put the cabin at the back because it's lightweight. It's not like metal beams, which are really heavy. Because you don't want the weight at the back sort of slowing you down. All these road barriers are back to front. I swear they don't do... It doesn't seem like they do any internal testing. It really seems that way at times. They just let everybody else do it and then try and put out all the fires within about a 6-week period. Because they're correct on this side. I did the method where I used the loading crane. Yeah. I've done that plenty of times. You can do the same thing when you're logging. In fact, I made a video on it actually, how to do very efficient logins. If you've got to do, because there's what in a moor, there's a task in one of the maps where you have to move 6 loads of medium logs. So even if you did it with a trailer, that's still 3 journeys, 3 of the same journey back and forward. Or you get a big truck like the Cat 745C, or use the Aramatsu Forester because it didn't exist in the game at the time. And you just manually load all 18 logs into the back of your truck. Because a pack of logs is 3, 6 loads, 6 times 3 is 18. Put them all in. All you have to do when you get to the far end is unload enough so you can pack 3 and then load them all back in, 1 set at a time. It saves you doing 6 journeys. What is the best time at map? Say Alaska. The Glades, the Season 8. The Glades is pretty good for roads. Because Alaska's got icy roads. A video where I was helping my friend do out with the old... oh, I haven't engaged any of the helpful items. This is probably one of the best starter trucks you can get. Especially if you don't want to be... If you don't want to go to Tamir just to buy like a Voron or something. You want to start in the US. Well, you want to start in North America with a North American truck. This is what you want to buy. It's not very expensive. It's a good size. You've got diff lock and all-wheel drive. And you've got mud tires. They're not the best type of mud tires, but it's better than nothing. Why is it telling me to pick up those medium... Is that for making a cabin? So what I do now is I take one of these out. I don't want the game to freak out. Pop that down. Back. You've got to work smarter, not harder. Why spend hours driving around? You can do this. Now the sawmill is open. Which now gives me the option to get long planks. For what was it? It was in here, right? Oh yeah, does it actually say on here now? Consumables crafting. Right, what truck is that? Looks like the pay start. I can find out what I need to move. So that's your cabin recipe. One medium plank, 1 metal beam. Consumables: 1 metal beam, 1 long plank, 1 metal roll. So that's 4, 5, 6. That's 7 cargo slots to make something that is 1. Which seems a bit strange. What do I have anything in there already? No. Was it ooh, timber for locals? Not yet. What was I trying to build? I can't remember what I needed the consumable for, apart from... maybe it was for this one. You know, it just might have been. Should we do some stupid stuff with... What's with all these hay bales? Mutual aid. No, it isn't. Ah. Oh, I could do this. Because there is another one actually related to it. Right, so I'm going to need... Should we get the dairy out? Seeing as I don't need to... Oh, I've got one in the garage, actually. Or do... God, I can't remember a thing. No, there it is. It's behind the garage. Don't... unless they change it, you can't use this with this. Does not work. So it would be pretty good. And the truck now has a snorkel. Although the air intake is still here, but that's just a visual thing. The snorkel is just on the roof, under the roof rack. By change, you can see it changing. There are different prices for whatever reason. They do exactly the same thing. We can change the suspension mode. Oh, I thought it was lower down. Whoops. So Gold Rush starts in the other map. Let's see how this fares navigating around. Fortunately, no, it's not actually going to be a long drive because I've opened the road. Wait, what other trucks? Oh, there's a list I should do. Name all the trucks that can run this add-on. Because it's not as many as you might think. Is Snowrunner not crossplay, so it doesn't matter on your console? Got the word for that then. Yeah, especially with the logging contracts in there, they give so much experience. Or simply building bridges in the Yukon. Wanted to rescue the dairy 3194 in Alaska, but forgot to move the seismic on my Tega. Yeah, that dairy is a bit of a beast to get out of that river, especially with all the rocks there. The problem necessarily there isn't the Tega's power, it's its ground clearance. It gets stuck on rocks pretty easily. I remember first making that climb through the ranks to get to rank 30. It seems so simple and such a long time ago. Wait, Zatanna, you've bought every truck? Does that not slow the garage down like loads? I tend to only keep the stuff I use often. Oh god. But then, if you have them all, then it just takes ages to sort through what you want. Yeah. Playing the missions is just a bit more convenient for gaining money and XP. Really, there's not really a need to grind XP, because rank 30 it's not hard to get to. It's not a particularly long process either, really. I think when I first went to Tammy on my very first save, when I got to Tammy, I think it was like rank 25. Right, it's the only rank you need to... The only one of concern is 13, which is when you unlock mud tires. That's it. All of the others, it's just ranks to unlock trucks. That's it. Or maybe some of the different cosmetic add-ons that mostly hinder your truck anyway. All right. Oh, the third zone. 2,000 meters away. So if it's 2,000 meters away, it's like over here, right? It's got to be about that. Right, second zone. 670 meters. Well, let's do that one first. Right, should we turn left? Oh, that was a good idea. You'll be getting some of the year 3 packs when those come out. Not the season pass, which is cheaper than buying them all individually. There's actually 2 lots of seismic tasks in this map, I believe. Oh, now going further away. I'll just leave it in auto. It's doing just fine. Boy, 30. Right. Good decision. Turn right. That seemed like it was a good idea. Ah, yeah. So then, yeah, if you own the year passes, then you don't need to get. Then you don't need to. Oh, the truck packs. Sorry, yeah, sorry, I missed the truck packs aspects. I thought you were referring to the seasonal passes themselves. Sabre should make an Australian region. Yeah, why not? Nice and sandy. Trucking in the outback, bigger quarries. Oh, nearly there at the first one. Well, technically the second one. There's the beep of doom. Oh, no, hang on. Wait, it just jumped up and then went back down. 492. Going down by fairly small increments. Yeah, it's going to start going back up. It's going to be like there or something. Yeah, it's gotta be. Find a gap in the trees. You heard a horn, that wasn't me. That was outside the window. It's gonna be another one of these stupid branches. Oh no, it broke, thank God. Oh, hit the nail on the head there. So where's that near? Ah, not far from the log station. Up the road, boom. Ooh, I get a nice picture. Right, ramp up that saturation. Rescue in action. Gently reverse out of here. Which way are we going to go? Well, both 1,500 meters away. I'm going to make a bold assumption that they're both at least west. The good thing about this truck in this region is you really don't need to use shift lock that much. It's pretty nice. You can just pop it in high and it'll go. You do obviously suffer with a little bit of wheel slip. Especially if you're driving over more rough surfaces. Another downside is the suspension travel is non-existent. So again, over rocky or heavily undulating terrain, you're going to lose traction quite easily from wheels just being lifted off the ground. This isn't actually designed for such tasks. Ooh, we're going... Okay, we're going a bit further away. So maybe a bit more... How far is... Oh. How far is that? 680. 1,400 still. Ooh, well, it could be up there, actually. Oh, well, we'll get to the main road. I think the next map region should be Montana. Don't know anything about Montana. Up the hill you go. At least we can fuel up at the top. Oh, I think I caught that just at the right time. Happy Friday, Stickman, Mr. Sam. Let's grab... Grab some fuel and we're going to make the corner. Yeah! That improved steering. Yeah, chopping the meters off now. There's the trailer from last week that we were lugging around at maximum speed. I guess at the top of it, I've just got to decide which way to go. It's not going to help because the road switchbacks a little bit, so I'm not really going to get a correct sense of which direction to travel. What's the quarry there? Perhaps they're over here then, so like one over here, one over there. So in that case, where am I? I'll take the shortcut towards the farm. Oh, that's never good when you crest a hill and you can't see what's coming anymore. But there's a pole stuck in the dairy's mudflap. Oh, sometimes changing maps can assist with things like that, where vehicles are stuck on something that pops them out into the open. $1,100. Oh, although the distance to the third zone isn't really changing as we travel this direction. Fortunately, we have to go east anyway because that's where this road goes. Handling this task well though. A lot of windy roads in this map. A lot of back and forward. So when you're doing it yourself, don't get discouraged by the fact the numbers are going up when you're trying to get close to them, because it's just the way the road takes you. Seeing as we're about equidistant now. Come on. Come on, truck. Just, I think I would like just a touch more speed out of the high gear. Hey Golfer, I'm just started level 6 on PS5, thinking of buying the PC version of the game. Just curious what type of controller? Xbox. Eyes an Xbox controller. Quickest way into the northern area. That's 900. $1,300 meters is that way as well. Jeez. These things are far out. Fight, because we've got that there. Ah, because we don't have the thing equipped. It doesn't. That's not a little cheat you can use. I haven't played Snowrunner with a wheel. I do have one, but because there are a few other controls, so I use the crane a lot. So I'd have to switch between, you know, holding the wheel and holding the controller. And then I use the mouse for the winch. So I'd just be swapping peripherals every couple of seconds if I was in some more rougher, tricky situations. Plus the way to change gears, because you have to switch, you can't just go up and down gears until you hit like the low gears or the high gear. You'd have to assign them to buttons which are already in use, I guess. I've used my wheel a little bit. I think it would take a lot of getting used to. I'd say it's very different to something like Euro Truck, where, you know, you've got your gears, that's it. There's no low range and stuff. It seems like Michigan on this part. Yeah, I mean, the whole region's very similar to Michigan. Green with the autumnal bits and then occasional water. With some background mountains. I mean, I'm most comfortable using the controller because it's an easy hybrid between using a keyboard and using a wheel. Plus, if I was to use the steering wheel, it means I couldn't do this standing up, which is what I do for half the time. But there's probably those that swear by using the wheel, but they probably have a more dedicated setup and a fairly refined control scheme. I mean, you could probably, if you had a joystick, you could probably use that for the crane. Or one of these farm sim rig things with all buttons and levers and things. But my wheel's for racing. Right, 750, 740. I mean, if you think about getting it on the PS, sorry, if you're playing on the PS5 and you're thinking about getting it for the PC, then, well, it's just, I don't know if PlayStation controllers work on PC? Oh, that's another thing. So I don't have an independent gear shifter with my wheel. So I've got a flappy paddle wheel. Still 1,000 meters, so that would be not there. Not there. It's got to be over there, right? I'm all the way over here. 600. I think one is over here. Max power steering wheel rig. Cool. Yeah, because I move mine as well. It doesn't stay in the same point, or else it would be like right here. But yeah, because I don't have an independent shift, so the gear change aspect, because I've got a flappy paddle wheel, it's straight shift, so it's up and down. Sorry, they're like a sequential Shift. I'd have to like set the paddles to just go straight into like low plus or high, and then have a means to get back to auto and reverse. I do like the adjusted the night skybox where it's not dark, it's just on fire. It's a lot more pleasant. Yeah, nice glow. Nice little glow on things. $300 meters. We're moving away. So maybe it is about there. Yeah, it's a good idea to use when doing things like this. Use the map as like a range finder. Find out roughly where the point is from where you are. You can draw a rough radius. Yeah, it's funny. This truck has got active suspension. Doesn't really need it. Not really. Everything already rides pretty high. $350. Nice. Skip the night time. Ooh, 200 meters now. The addition of active suspension as a modular part of the truck only came in the Season 1 DLC. So the collabs prior didn't have active suspension as an upgrade. And one of their issues, especially the 74760, is that it often got stuck on rocks because the chassis was so thick. I'm moving away, so I need to turn left up the hill. Yeah, it was added for the 747 in Phase 2, but active suspension came in Phase 1 because it was what the Actaeon has. And then it was added for the Azov 7 in Phase 4, Season 4. Whatever moniker people want to give it. All means the same thing. Oh. Oh, it's not like up there, is it? It can't be that way because I've just come past that. And I'm now going. It's there. Set to do a 16-point turn with the twin steer. Ah, the best activity. All right, we're gonna reverse and get up that hillside. Well, that stupid beeping's going off. I wish they'd take that out. It's unnecessary. I don't need an audible cue when I'm within 150 meters of something. Right. Oh, here we go. Seems like a good idea. Oh, at least this patch is easy to drive on. Almost midnight, yep. Take care, have a good rest. There we go. There's number 3. So it'll be... So the camp up here is where you find the Zix 566A. So it's just a bit further south. I'm now 1,400 meters from zone 1. Given... So it's not over there. So it must be in the top right. Seems about right. It's probably going to be around here, actually. So we're going to come down the mountain. And I think I'm going to go this way. Something a bit different. But first, I've got to get down this bit of mountain, which I've already made a hash of. It's nice and gentle on the controls. And I'd just say aim between the trees, but I mean that could have you going. That could have you going absolutely anywhere. So you can't have diff lock on going downhill, but you can have diff lock on going uphill. How's that fair? It's 140M. Whoa, 148. Oh, where are you? Jeez. Have a good rest. Thanks for stopping by. Eight hours ahead. What's that like? Far East or something. Oh, who knows off the top of the head? Who knows the time difference between GMT and EST, Eastern Standard? Is it 5 hours? If anybody knows, please let me know. Or if they can just tell me what's... shoot. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? What that is equivalent to. It's for the Taipei Games Conference? I think that's what it's called. because they'll be doing an interview for Armored Core 6, which I am very excited about because it's been a very long time. I don't think this route is actually supposed to... I wasn't supposed to come down here, but I have done. I had planned to follow this route. It's 3 a.m. Oh, you're in Australia though, aren't you, as well? 3 a.m. You sound like me. $7:44. Ah, so I'm already past. It's already past 7 a.m. EST then. How do I get... Where am I going? Right, back to the opening in that wall, I think. Some more reversing. I thought everybody could use some more reversing. It's currently 10:44 EST. Sorry, noticed the music had stopped. It is a nice skin, bro. It goes with the rest of the fire tank add-on as well. You can also use the Freightliner M916, which has firefighting themed paint job. Sort of go with this. Right, we're going to go through this burnt down area. As long as I don't destroy the wheels. Sweet. There's a bit of a warehouse. Whoop. Ah! Spooky boxes coming to get me. Oh, look at that. We're taking chunks out of that distance now. I'm struggling so much on a road. Associate streams with breakfast. I think the last thing I would ever think to do when I woke up was to watch a stream. I don't know how you do it, Mike. Right, come on, get through the mud. Especially as I'm not an early bird at all when it comes to sleep patterns. You were early anyway. Yeah, I kind of figured. Right, 6. Yeah, we're knocking about 7 meters a tick. Say that and it changes to bloody 5. Oh, then it's up to 8. Oh, because it's my speed also affects that. Oh, brush the cat. Well, it's such a gentle hill, and it's causing trucks to lose an almighty amount of power. Ooh, that is really changed. Yeah, we're now getting... No. Fine, ignore me. I'm not. This is probably not going to help. It might do. But it should, in theory. Nope. Well, give it a winch. Don't let go until you're safe. I'm going to aim for... if I think I get to it here. This little route into the hills. Nearly there, I think. 290. Yep, still going down by about 3 meters. I'm going quite slowly. .74, yeah, I think this was the right move. The incessant beeping. 130 meters away, so it's either... I'm going to go with it's up there. We'll very soon find out. As the counter is still going down, I'm going to assume I made the right decision. There we go. Do your 3 points. On there. On there. One where I am now. Those are far apart. Damn. All right. What should we do next? Fire weather station and the second weather station. It's a lot of parts to shift. Cautiousness. Oh, you need 2 consumables. Oh, turds. 1 consumables, 3 small pipes. 7 cargo. That one is 3. Let's do that one. Where is my... Ah, here it is. Get back in the old pay star. Gonna need some long logs. Sorry, long planks. My apologies. I also need to turn around. Where am I going to get? I need a metal beam from somewhere, but not quite yet. Give me all your fuel. Less in. Nope. If I come through this gateway, what's in here? Any rolls? Yep. We're going to head back to Albany River, because we have to anyway, because that's how we make. You need this much wood for one consumable. How do they fit it all in there? I understand the crate's made of wood, but it doesn't take this much wood to make like a meter by meter box. I think the crafting recipe for consumables is it's a bit over the top. Considering consumables is a one slot cargo item. Just seems a bit silly to me, to be honest. Gotta go, but enjoyed. Usually watching, not live. Thanks a lot, Golfer. Well, yeah, hope to see you again. Next live stream is on Monday, so hope you have a good weekend. But cheers. Yeah, the consumable recipe it's a bit whack, really, to put it bluntly. If they modified it so it was like a special consumable that was, I don't know, a 3 slot, the amount of wood and metal you put into it just to essentially get back like a lunchbox. Plus, I always had in my mind that consumables were things like foodstuffs, because the first consumables you come across is for the farm in Black River, Michigan. So unless the people of Ontario have started to eat wood and metal, I don't know. Oh, nice and handled. We come into it's good that they haven't just spread out the cargo between lots of different warehouses. Basically, you've got a warehouse, it has a limited number of everything you need, but there are multiple warehouses that all hold the same thing. So in fact, the more of the region you complete, the further you have to drive for the resources, because you'll have taken the closest ones to begin with. Only need the one for now. Actually, this place had metal beams, didn't it? This might be a crane job of just keeping a hold of it. Come on, cranes, you can lift it. It's only the thing you're designed to do. There we go. Nothing wrong with a bit more weight on the front wheels. come on, don't get stuck. Good, 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 good. Oh, this extra weight, we're slipping and sliding. Keep that wiggle going, keep the traction as high as it can be. Oh, and they fixed the bridge. That's one of the things they improved on the map. They fixed the bridge so you don't fly up in the air anymore. What do we see out the window? Ah, perfect. Oh. Basing it just on the yellow line there. I think for the sake of speed, I won't take the off-road path. This is where we go to make consumables. So, no, it's the Paystar 5070. I'm not a fan of the P12, to be honest. It's a bit of an oddball. It doesn't. Does it just have diff lock? It doesn't have all-wheel drive. Or the other way around, but it's always on. The drive's a bit weird. Its capabilities are strange. So all that cargo for that. Does that not seem weird? That's all you get out of it. Right, the Paystar should have some fuel I can pinch. No, but like, well, I used I think the Paystar was, that was one of your first mods, wasn't it, Mike? I used it in season 7, and I was flying around like a lunatic with the max power engine. Oh no, I think the P16 was the very first one I used. But when season 7 came out, I used your modded Paystar and was just all over the place at maximum speed. Whoop. That's oh, that was close. Can I get through here in high gear? Oh, I can. We've sussed it. Oh shoot, I've just put it on the floor. And I've got to find another. Rolls of sheet metal. There we go. Right, where am I going to get another one from that's on the way? There's that warehouse there. Oh no. So if I come in, take this route, get some fuel, go to the warehouse. That's probably not a route, but right. Okay, we know where we're going. It's just throwing it in the muddy water. Why not? Right, try and get on the. It really struggles coming up this hill. That sign threw itself to the ground like a professional footballer. Off we go back to the burn forest. Definitely recommend as one of the starting. I think it is a contract opening up the other gateway. It is a long drive because you have to go from east to west in this map and then go from west to east in the other map, but it really shortens the distance once you've got it there, and it means it's a paved route. Back through we go. Good old dependable pace star. Basic, but it gets the job done. We had a little bit of a lean going there, but it's all good. Well, like I said, that's the first bit of damage I've had in quite a while, and I'm really surprised there hasn't been more. Driving it like a racer at the minute. It just kind of works like that. Yeah, if you're just starting out, this is a really good buy. Not time for high gear yet, and the trailer's still in the crap. Too far away now from the warehouse. We'll get some more fuel. likes and watches on my match. Yeah, they were up to 20 earlier, briefly. Be nice if they did match. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh no. Whoopsie daisies. Ah, I didn't do my crane trick. Shoot. What have I got nearby? Got the Azov. That's what I get for speeding everywhere. Rescue time. Right now you get to watch the same route driven again, but slightly slower. Here we go again. Let's see. In my head, no, I was just thinking if there was a pattern to the seasonal releases, and there kind of isn't in terms of region. They don't quite alternate. Just trying to think of what trucks could be added in what would be season 10. There is still a couple of things missing from, say, the OG Snowrunner days. Sorry, Spintires, which would have been along the lines of like the Class E, which has like 2 cabins. I think it was similar to this, except more heavily armored. That thing was pretty much mil spec. That's the one, yeah. It's gonna need taken to the car wash. After this, I've well covered it. For darn sure. I still would like the addition of adjustable tire pressure, but I really don't think that's going to happen, because they would, although they could have it so it only affected medium tires, you don't have to mess with as many trucks then. It's like sort of like the D, yeah. What are the? It's funny, they make a look-alike model and then sort of bring it back to more what it does look like. How do we get around licensing? We'll kind of change it a bit. So the GTA approach, we don't license any vehicles. We just make hybrids of 2 different cars glued together or laid on top of each other. Whoopsie daisies. I wonder, given that position, actually. No. Disconnecting the trailer probably wouldn't tip the truck over. Nice and gently. I wasn't sure the engine had started. I couldn't hear it. Come on, up you come. Oh, sorry, I forgot metal beams are super heavy. Just gonna be quite lazy with the load in here. On we go, back into high gear. Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Hey, we're nearly at the fuel stop, and then it's not far to the warehouse. This logging station will provide, by the way, short, medium, and long logs with a complimentary long log trailer. Refuel. It's getting quite a lot of uses. That seems like it was a good idea to put that there, to be honest, because there's no fuel station in this map, so you will want to probably bring some kind of semi-tanker trailer into here. It's I don't know, towards the middle or near the entrances. Yeah, there is no fuel. Missed the trailer. Right. Let's just wind up the road. Then it's left and then left again. Oh, look at that. She soared out of the pond. Another really good point to this truck is the front bumper really doesn't hang very low, nor is the overhang in front of the front wheel very long. So it's good at doing what I just did, where it kicked out of a ditch. Since the bodywork doesn't really block what you're doing. And, well, I mean, it holds the trailer pretty well, doesn't it? Okay. We caught it that time. It's a bit treacherous there. Only just caught that. And we're not really on stable ground either. Because this is the site where last week we rescued the gooseneck trailer that had some cargo it had spilled. Alright, we're going to need to bring that in order to get it up in the air. And we can't quite reach. Yeah, look at it. We're already leaning. We're not even doing anything. This part of the road is completely mulched. Trailer tipping over. Probably the most dangerous part of this route was that little bit there, because the rest of the route is mostly dry. Yeah, I was supposed to go down there. Right. Might be. I'm gonna slow down here because it's pretty muddy. Keep the weave going. You see the bodywork doesn't really touch the mud, even though wheels are in there quite deep. Just about getting through. But the highway gearbox is sort of ideal for this truck because we don't need the low plus. We'd just be spinning the wheels in the mud. And it gives us access to a faster high range gear. And here we are. Having moved a lot of stuff to make one thing, we've made it with the consumables. Ta-da! That's such a weird cutscene. Let's teach that fire a lesson. Oh, maybe that one would actually work. Well, I don't have any water trucks nearby, so. Alright, there are loads of these to do. So what's that? 3, 4. That's a lot of stuff to shift over there. So you have to take all this cargo to here in order to make things like cabins and consumables. Quite a bit of collection stuff. Why don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which mission here was that one? I will... Oh, camera, please give me a break. Quick mode. We'll just buy a new trailer. And yeah, you're right, Eric. It just drives so smooth. I've not used it in so long. I was looking for something to assist with doing stream prep yesterday, and it was just like, you know what? I'll use the 5070. Good North American hauler. Give myself another one of these. Off we go off-roading again. See how far we can get without all-wheel drive. Probably not going to be very far. I think I've just had to realize almost like a shower thought level thought where thinking about diff lock. So carts, like horse-drawn carts, they're diff lock always on, right? Because the axle is just a bit of wood with a wheel on each end. It can only spin at the same rate. So a horse and cart is diff lock always on. I don't know. There's some of you might find that funny, probably not, but just one of those random things that just occurred to me. Oh, that boulder. Adjustable tire pressure. Oh, that would be good. Yeah. A pulley, an assistant pulley system for winching. Or an anchor. I like it for an anchor so that you don't have to rely on trees. So a deployable anchor, say, you know, different ground conditions would have different tolerances. And for instance, a super heavy truck wouldn't be very useful to have an anchor because the truck's weight would overcome the sheer difference in weight. But yeah, being able to winch via another place, A to B to C, I think that would be really useful. Or if they added a damn trailer that had a crane on it. Like one at the back. Which is not an uncommon thing, I don't think. But, you know, a crane in the middle. In the middle of the back, so it can reach the whole trailer. Or just essentially a crane overhaul, where these mini cranes can reach the full extent of, say, a 5-slot trailer. 8-slot might be taking it a bit too far, but this, and actually give them the capacity to lift things off the ground. Ooh, take a dive. Let me check that dairy just in case. Nah, source, water tower, nothing. Target, dairy special. I can only empty the tank. Urgh. Unless there's some weird, obscure mechanic that I'm not aware of. Can only see 4. I guess I'm not close enough to the 5th yet. Hopefully I can reach. No? What? It's well in range. Do they want me to get... Alright, I thought I would actually just mesh through it, but whatever. Am I close enough now? Wanted to stay up on the road because it was a stable position. Apparently that was not allowed. Next. Oh, there was a tree branch catching the trailer. As it obviously would do. There we go, we've got the other 4 bits of cargo on the screen now. Hit the right button combo. There we go. Oh, it floats. Won't pack for the meantime, because the next one is just over the hill, so... These are pretty heavy, so they're not just going to fly out of the flatbed. Yeah, these blocks of concrete are somewhat buoyant, it seems. What I'm going to have to do so I can reach is push them back. I'm getting stuck on bits of tree root. Oh, tree roots are the worst. They won't move no matter what you do. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Not even in proper mud, you should be alright with the dirt road. You're not ready for high gear yet? Now you are. Ooh, that one's... Ah, that's not too bad actually. I can just park on the rock. Yeah, this seems like a stable platform. Shimmy that down. There we go. Give them the old shove. And up we come. Nice and easy. Come on. There we go. Oh god, you can get so many of these in here. I get at least another 3. Ah, why are we so limited in what we can put on trailers? Ah, it's ridiculous. What's with the huge gaps? And on to number 5. Hopefully there's a nice place to turn around. It kind of isn't. Oh, this place is rubbish. This might be, I think, an over the cabin job. Get over that railing. Whee. Yep, you've made it. Reverse or go forwards? Reversing with the trailer is pretty crap, so forwards it is. Try and do a UE in this particular area. Oh, I'm stuck on a tiny bit of tree. It's going to be a recurring theme trying to turn around in here. End up, yeah, going around the outside of the street. I didn't think that was going to be the case. Oh, there's a tree there. Don't drive into that. All right, cool. Now we've just to get out of here. referring to the Azov 7. Oh, that was a while ago. Damn. Actually, before I set off, change time of day. Fuck, I'm ripping up the hill. Transported 6 steel beams with a 2-slot truck. Nice. Double them, stack them on top of each other, I guess. Yeah, see the roots just you just ground out on them. Like, okay. Also, like, why are you not underground? Oh, in a mangrove. This is not a good position. Still stuck. No, I didn't think that would be. What the hell? Got a complete erosion there in the ground. There's nothing left. Crane on the new dairy. Oh, like the mini crane, or. I mean, I think just in general, I think rear mounting of cranes should just be an option. You know, do you want it front or back? Because it's only that little thing. It makes no difference where it is for the vehicle. There we go. Got out of that pickle. See, roots. They are terrible. Oh dear. Be careful here. More crappy terrain. I'm running kind of low on fuel. There's no way the fifth wheel would actually flex that much IRL without risking shearing a pin. Doing the truck for the trailer. Yeah, I guess bit of metal beam Jenga. If you could lift cargo from anywhere other than the top center, you would be able to play Jenga in Snowrunner. If you could pull things from the side. use lower gear. Don't worry, Mr. Sign. I am. I think this is the worst of it, and then the rest should just be downhill. In a good way, as in literally downhill, not figuratively downhill. See you later, Kim. Hope you have a good weekend. Go. That's the majority. Yeah, we're back up here. That's the majority of the hill climbing done. We are a little shy on fuel, so we're going to have to pilfer. There's a solid dairy. Get around this caravan. It does have its wheels in the correct place. Thank God. Have to lodge another bug report otherwise. Oh, that was a bit close. So when I come here in hard mode, am I gonna want to use trailers? That means buying them. There's a gooseneck flatbed, but that rides too low. It drags on the ground too much, and it doesn't have sides. That means I can't overload in the same way I can with one of these. I could just buy the one. It wouldn't hurt just to have one trailer. Come on, nearly back to the road, and then it's just easy town. Now it's pretty much just all paved road, apart from that one little bit. Oh, it's got a fairly decent horn. What's it look like inside? Oh, this is an old steering wheel and cabin. Yeah, those doors are paper thin. Yeah, an enormous cup holder though. You get a barrel in that. What else is there? Yeah, near a fire mirror. We've got it on both sides. Good truck. Do recommend. But maybe lacking on the fuel tank size a little bit, but manageable with some support. Wait, what? I want to load cargo. I want to fuel up. Ah. okay, if we have the fuel station isn't the default thing, the default option there, why would you ever want to pick up fuel? Why, that should be in a separate loading box, not in the same one. Should maybe slow down. Oh no, we're all right. We got a good line through there. This will round us off with pretty good timing, actually. I don't think there's any bonus reward apart from, you know, aside from money and experience for this one. Just an easy money maker when you initially get there. Yeah, just a cheeky 17,700. Which, considering that's for collecting and delivering, like picking up and dropping off 5 cargo, it's a really good reward. The route itself isn't that difficult. There's a little bit of a muddy patch. That was not a bad job. Nice pay on these maps. Yeah, I think they kind of have to be at this point because the prices of trucks just keeps going up and up and up. So if the monetary reward doesn't also go up, they become almost unobtainable outside of the free ones you get. Like those, the tractors from Season 8, they're like 200,000. I know you can get them both for free, but... See, it's this I don't understand. Look, it's not even touching the ground. Yeah, it's just stopped me dead. There we go. So the price of things isn't as bad if you're playing normal because you get back everything you put in. As long as you sell everything related to that truck first, like any additional visual things, or else that just stays in storage. But if you're on hard mode, really, look at Gentle Hill just completely killed the speed. There's something weird going on in this map with the truck performance. The power just disappears. But yeah, hard mode, you only get half the money back, so you can't just buy and sell in the same way. So I'd also argue that if you're in hard mode, you know which trucks to use and not use. You know, because of fuel consumption rates and the price of buying them in the first place, because you don't want to waste money. Yeah, there's quite a number of trucks now that are over 200,000. Okay. That's why you should leave it in high on the roads. And the engine doesn't just give in going around a corner or up a gentle incline. I don't actually know what the price is for a dairy special at the minute. But given it's the truck with the largest fire tank, you're probably going to want more than one. How much is this trailer by chance? 6,800. Yeah, so even if I bought that trailer for that job, I'd still have 11,000 in profit. Dairy special says 180,000. That could change. That's actually lower than I thought it would be. Why that? I don't know. I think the HX 520, 170,000. The truck I've just been using is only 80. How much is the Zix listed for at the moment? 103,000. That's a bit weird. Well, where are the tractors? Oh, because I haven't found them in this save, it doesn't display the price, but they're expensive. Can't sort in this list, can I? But like, dairy price was reduced in the latest update from around 270. $250,000. That's a huge chunk. Plus, yeah, because look at these. These are all over 100,000. I mean, they're not that good. They're okay. And that's just no. Even the 49X. I'd take the Paystar over the Western Star 49X. Yeah, truck pricing is weird. So if you're going to buy that again, I mean, the big engine's another 25,000. The advanced special, 6,000. Another 15 if you want the suspension, which you don't really need. This is an expensive truck. You know, the advanced heavy winch is always 20,000. And if you want to go log in, that's what, 14? 14,000. It looks so weird in like tan. And they've changed it from wheels to parts. It's no longer 100 spare wheels, now 200 spare parts. And this section, it's actually an articulation point in there. Almost as if these front two pods are for the water, and this is where all your pumps are. You know, like an air intake to run the generator, and which is why there's a split line. It moves as you drive along. I don't know why, because it's all on a rigid body, but it does. 5 spare wheels. 5. Trucks. What? 5 is such a weird number. 1, 2, 4, 8. Where do you get 5 from? What vehicle has 5 wheels? Anyways, right. I'll put that away for now. Been a good hug. The twin steer from stream number 1 is still here. In the naughty spot. Roof update was moved from the frame add-ons to accessories. Yeah, there's no consistency between where like roof racks are in terms of add-ons or visual. It becomes impossible to find things because I don't know. I get to a point where I don't look at all the visual stuff because I want some bumper lights or roof lights, but not all vehicles have them. anyways, that's where we're gonna call it for now. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I hope you all have a very good weekend, and I will catch you Monday, where we'll continue the quest to finish Imandra. We'll get pretty close to it, but apart from that, have a good weekend, guys, and I'll catch you later.